In a post-pandemic time of polarity, many of us have forgotten how to truly connect, even with our inner circle. Most of us are just winging it. Most of us are just fumbling our way through conversations, overthinking, oversharing, or just trying to prove we're right. But the best communicators don't dominate, they don't manipulate, they elevate. They create safe spaces, containers for trust and connection. They're vessels guiding us to better conversations. Even in the best of times, we're stuck in our heads, rehearsing what to say, hiding how we feel, obsessing over how we sound. But before we can truly connect with others, we must first connect with ourselves. The most important conversations we have are those we have with ourselves, the ones that help us notice and remove the fears, beliefs, and patterns that block connection. Because when we don't deal with our inner dialogue, it leaks into everything we say or don't say. So what is communication really about? Connection. At the core, we all crave deeper connections. When we connect, doors open to richer conversations, better relationships, new clients, new opportunities, unexpected opportunities. So how do we become a vessel for better conversations? We start with what I call somatic speaking, the art of getting out of your head and into your body so you can actually make that connection. We start by dropping our egos, tuning into our energy, listening deeply, asking clarifying questions, coming back with reciprocity by repeating what we think we've heard, being vulnerable, and showing up authentically. When we do this, we create mutual understanding and connection. It'd be easy to assume that I learned the power of somatic speaking by decades in business, leading companies, investing in startups, and advising CEOs. But the most profound lessons didn't come from the boardroom. They came from someone far wiser. My son, Bronco. Bronco's on the autism spectrum, and before he could speak, we found other ways to connect through body language, energy, and intention. Presence became our shared language. I'll never forget one night, he had had some spaghetti. We were sitting on the couch, surrounded by lots of books at our home in London. And in his own way, he looked at me and said, "Mom, I need help. I don't talk like the other kids." His vulnerability and my own became a catalyst for us both to learn more about communication. Observing his therapy sessions, I often wondered, what if the entire world had this kind of coaching right from the very start? So much of what I've achieved ultimately can be distilled down to one thing: how we connect. And connection lives or dies based on communication. Here are two powerful ways you can become the vessel of connection today. Step 1, get your mojo so you can flow. People judge your trustworthiness within a second before you even say hi. And what are they judging? Whether you're warm and likable, competent and reliable. That's it. They're reading your presence. So before your next important conversation, reset. Take a walk. Do some breath work. Listen to your favorite music. Then pause. Breathe. Shift into a grounded posture, palms open, shoulders relaxed, Eyes steady and soft. Voice low and slow. Adopt curiosity, not control. Cultivate equanimity, a steady presence that helps others feel safe. Step 2, create the container for connection. Early in my career at the BBC, I thought leadership meant having all the answers. But the more I tried to steer outcomes, get the outcomes I was looking for, the more resistance I faced. In one particularly long meeting, I waited with discernment. Then I asked a single question. It shifted the entire conversation, and we got to a quick outcome. Later, my CTO asked, "Why do you always leave it till the last 15 minutes to ask the question that matters most?" I said, "Because if people don't feel heard, they can't listen." Too often we try to steer outcomes, but that only creates resistance, frustration, disconnection. You want to show up, not blow up. Leadership in life isn't about having all the answers. It's about allowing the right ones to emerge. So what if you approached every conversation as a vessel for connection with the same compassion you'd offer a child on the spectrum, like Bronco? What if you saw every difficult colleague, your partner, your family member, as someone simply longing to be understood? You'd listen differently. You'd speak more gently. You'd stay grounded instead of defensive. You'd slow down, tune in, and create space for real connection. Somatic speaking is about co-creating connection through fully embodied flow. You're aligning your head, heart, and gut. Your thoughts, feelings, and intuition. You hear what's being said, not what you expected. And sometimes you even hear what's not being said. And that is an invitation to ask deeper questions that lead to shared understanding. In a world drowning in noise, the greatest gift we can give is our undivided presence. When we show up fully, body, mind, energy, fully aligned, we don't just communicate, we connect. And nothing contributes to happiness and longevity more than connection. So here's your invitation. For one conversation today, be fully present. Get your flow mojo. Create the container. No distractions, no agenda, just presence. And remember, the first person you need to be present with, it's you. Be the vessel for better conversations, because the world doesn't need more noise. It needs more connection. So don't wing it, bring it. Thank you.